Hey everyone, welcome to this quick video lesson on Groundhog. There's a lot of really cool versions of this tune. I'll link to some below. I really like the Doc Watson version. This is basically based on Billy String's version, so this is kind of a transcription of his. And probably my favorite is the Sam Emedon version. I'll link those all below. But let me play through this and then we'll kind of talk about the challenges and what's going on. First thing I'll just tell you is I'm in drop D with a capo on the 4th fret. Let's give this a go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Off to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog. Run here, Sally, with a 10-foot pole. Run here, Sally, with a 10-foot pole. Twist this whistle pig out of its hole. Oh, groundhog. Eat up the meat and you save the hide. You eat up the meat and you save the hide. Best darn shoestring ever was tied. Oh, groundhog. Okay, so that's the Billy String's version of Groundhog. Now, there's some cool things about all the versions here, and I'm just going to talk really quickly. But let's get into the chords. So if I was playing this, this is the chords that I would play, right? And if you're a Patreon member, you're going to have a link to the tabs, and you're also going to have a link to the lyrics with kind of the chord and natural numbers. So we're in drop D here, so we're playing it in, essentially, we're thinking in the key of D. Technically, we're playing it in G flat, but we're thinking in the key of D, right? So again, I'm in drop D. If I was playing the chords here, the chords for a band would be like this. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. So 1-5-1 or D, A, D, and then the second line would be D, G, D, A, and then we'd have D, A, G, D, D, A, G. So I'll put those up there and I'll just sing it once with the chords. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Off to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog. Now, if you listen to any of those versions that I've put down below, none of them are really playing the chords at least that obvious. Those chords are implied in what the melody's playing, but really everybody is just playing the melody. And this is, with Billy String's version, it's a little less obvious because he plays, when he plays a break, he kind of plays a kind of an interesting variant of the melody. But when you watch him playing, what he's doing is he's playing that melody. So before we get into playing just the melody, so this is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to play just the melody by itself, then we're going to play it with kind of some strums and stuff. But before we get into that, I'm just going to try, so if you want to listen to this, I'll put this up here. I'm just going to sing the melody. And I want you to try to figure out how to play it. If you can do it by ear and figure it out from there, that's going to be your best way to learn this tune. You will remember it 10 times better. So let me just do that really quick. So I'm just going to sing just notes. Ba-da. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Ba-da-da-da. First line. Ba-da-da-da. Second line. Ba-da-da-da. That was third. Ba-da-da. I'll do it one more time with playing it. Da-do-da-do. Ba-da-da-do. Ba-da-da. So pause the video if you can try to listen to it a couple times to figure it out. But here I'm going to go through and put that up here. So this is what we have. We have ba-do-da-do, ba-da-da-do. Ba-da-da-do. Oh, sorry. Ba-da-da-do. What am I doing? Ba-da-da-do. And then ba-da-da. So the reason I messed that up was just because I'm looking at this tab here. So the first thing you can do with that is you're just playing that D chord. You're holding that D chord. This third finger, we often don't actually hit the high string. It doesn't really matter if you hit it or not. But this third finger is always down. And we just strum the D chord between each of those. couple variations that I do on that, and that Billy does often. So like in the second half here, instead of ba da da dum, it's often with a hammer on, or and I'll write that da do 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 da dum, and then that very end ba do do dum, or ba do da do dum. So that's a good thing to just go through, and that's what he does when he's singing. There's those little variations. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Shoulder up your gun and whistle up your dog. Off to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog. There you go. So you're not really playing the chords. The chords are implied because the melody forces them. If you're playing with a band, people can't just be strumming a D chord that whole time. It won't really work. But that's the melody, right? Okay, now that you have that basic melody, let's look at what Billy Strings does here to kind of like make it a little more interesting. So let me just play through his version of it. It sounds like this, with the tab on the screen. Oops. So a couple interesting things that are happening are he's circling around the melody. We got ba boo da dee dum, right? So instead of boo dum, he just does a little uncircle boo da dee dum. Just kind of extends it. That's a standard fiddle technique, right? This is a little bit different because he hits the low note, which is a nice little mirror image of that first, right? You think, and this is something that's really interesting when you think about melodies, is that like we often have these sequences, and that's something that catches our ear. Like you think. The first melody, the way I sung it, da 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 da, you have kind of a step down, step up, and then a jump down, da 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 da. The second line is essentially the same thing, but just on a different tone, ba da da da, or ba da da da. It's a step down, step up, and so we have these, and then a jump down. So you have these mirror sequences, and our ears catch onto that, and that's the same thing here. This is a little bit different, but you've got that same rhythm, da boo da dee da dom, boom, da da dee da dom. So we have that rhythm. This kind of little lick is kind of cool. It's basically, we're just kind of arpeggiating a chord. So instead of just one note, we have this kind of a nice pickup. And then we have the only syncopation here that ever happens is we get this note on an upbeat, right? 3 and 4 and bida-doo-dum, boom. Right, that's probably the toughest part. Right, and often I get an upstroke there. I don't know if I wrote that out in the tab. Right? That's right. Just getting that note. And then this little lick he does at the end. So instead of ba-da-dum, he does just a little arpeggio. Right, which is super nice. And he does that often when he's singing, oh, groundhog. And then you also have this, rather than just a bum, boom, bum, boom, he often vamps on the D with this. Which is not so important for playing it, but this is a big part of Billy's style, is that he does kind of these big arpeggiated chords rather than just strumming all the time. It's really, I always think of it as like a Tony Rice thing. Okay, well that's that. This is a really cool tune. Again, if you want the tabs for this or you just want to support me, this is all available on Patreon. There'll be a link to there'll be PDFs with the tabs and also PDFs with the chords and Nashville numbers. So if you want to jam this with people, you'll have the lyrics and everything in a jam sheet. Last thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play through it one more time, kind of nice and slow. I'll do one time through kind of his break and then one time through a verse. Okay, it sounds like this. 3, 4. Run here, Sally, with a 10-foot pole. Run here, Sally, with a 10-foot pole. twist this whistle pig out of his hole. Oh, Groundhog. Alright, hope you enjoy this tune. Till next time.